Hi guys, welcome back. So last year I did the Alpe Du Zwift and that was horrible. I aimed to get it done in 90 minutes, but I just about missed out. So now it's a year later and I'm going to try it again. So what's different this year? So I now have a new bike, I have a new smart trainer, I have a completely new indoor setup, so hopefully that'll help me go faster. I've also been cycling quite seriously for about a year, so I think my legs are quite a lot stronger. So last year I was 100 kilograms, I had an FTP of about 200. This year I'm about 95 kilograms and an FTP of about 270 at the moment. So I'm gonna put that data into an Alpe Du Zwift calculator and see what time it churns out for me. Okay, so it's given me a time of 66 minutes to aim for, which seems pretty doable. That's if I average 270 watts. So let's jump straight into it and see how I do. So this route has a 5-kilometer lead in, which is a good chance for me to get my legs going before the main climb starts. So this doesn't take very long, it's about 10 minutes. All right, just set, ready to go. Last few meters before we start. I've got my gels, I've got my water, I've got a banging playlist on the phone. So here we go. Sub 70, sub 65 maybe, we will see. All right, let's get into it. Increase the power, 270. So let's speed this up, otherwise we'll be here for a long time. So at the beginning, I'm trying to just average 270. That's the power output I want to be consistent with. So if you look at the bottom, there's a graph there showing the power I'm putting out. If it's red, it means I'm pushing out a lot of power. If it's yellow, it means I'm just about right. So I've got my trainer difficulty set to 100%. What that means is I can feel every gradient change and it will feel exactly the same as if I were climbing in real life. So when you're climbing the Alp, they give you a list on the side here, and this shows you how much power and your heart rate for each corner. This is quite useful because you can use it to compare your old times and see if you're doing better or worse than your previous attempts.
This is what I have to deal with, climbing the Alp. Get a friend here to help me up.
So I did the first corner with an average power of 275, which is about where I want it to be. In fact, it's a bit higher than I want it to be. So I need to slightly ease off for the next one. These first few corners are where it's going to feel okay, but coming into the second half and the final quarter especially is where it's going to start burning a lot, and that's where I really need to dig deep. But for now, I'm doing okay. My heart rate is around 160, which is something I know I can sustain. Just rounding the second hairpin here, so my current time is way slower than it needs to be if I were to get a magical 60 minutes, so I know that dream is over. So now I'm just aiming for 66 minutes, which is what the calculator said I could be able to do. So I'm keeping the power fairly consistent at the moment, which is what I want to do. I'm averaging between about 250 and 300 watts. Obviously it'd be nice to keep it perfectly smooth, but with the gradient changes, it's very difficult to do that. I did read that it's better to put more power down on the slightly steeper sections and then ease off on the shallower sections. So hopefully having the trainer difficulty set so high will help in doing that. Right, let's speed it up even more. So these next few corners go past quite quick and I don't have any issue really. I'm keeping the power about where it needs to be. My heart rate is slowly rising. It was a 160 before and now it's around 165. So 30 minutes in now, this is about the halfway point, and now I'm actually starting to feel the pain quite a lot. But it's nice when you get to halfway because you start counting down the corners rather than counting up, so it gives you a little bit of boost in that way. Sometimes I stand up on the pedals as well just to give my legs a bit of a rest. So I'm still managing to keep the power around 270 for each one, but it is getting much harder to do that. In this one especially, you can see I'm starting to struggle with this one. I'm only managing 250, 260, so it's not ideal. I'm definitely starting to feel the pain now, and there's about 20 to 30 minutes left. My last corner was only 257, which is not what I need. I really need to dig deep now because I'm starting to drop below where I need to be. And if my power drops too far, I will not be able to bring it back at the end. I'm obviously not trying to go all out at this point because I need to save some energy. Otherwise, I will just crash and I will not have anything left for the top. So my last few corners were around 250 watts, which is 15 watts lower than I need to be. So I know I'm going to have to dig really deep at the end and try to put some proper power down in the final few corners. So 46 minutes in, about 20 minutes left. So this is where it's really starting to hurt. So at this point, I actually get a notification on my camera saying it's running out of battery. So I need to change over to my phone, which is like a backup camera I'm using. So that's why my camera changes to this dramatic front view. So that was a bit annoying. I had to spend a few moments fiddling with that, which was some wasted energy, definitely. But I've managed to dig deep and it is the final 3 corners now. And I am really pushing hard to try and get this done. So far it's been 55 minutes, which means I've got about 10 minutes left. So really digging in now, trying to keep the power at around 270 or higher, maybe even 280 or 290 here. This is really my final push, because I know I will not be doing this again for a long time. So I really want to give it all I have. 1.6 kilometers to go, and I am really digging in. This is the end, really, final 5 minutes. I'm averaging around 300 watts for this corner, so that's not bad at all. I just hope I don't burn out before the end, because if I go too much power now, I might not have anything for the final corner. Final 2 corners now, and this really is the final push. I'm spending a lot of time out the saddle here because I'm trying to eke out those last little bits of power, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. 66 minutes was the goal, and it's about 62 now, so I've got 4 minutes to get this final turn done. It's going to be really close. So even if I don't achieve 66 minutes, I'm not going to be too unhappy, because this just shows me how much I've improved since last year. Last year this took me 90 minutes, and now it's going to take me about 60, less than 70 at least. So I've lost so much weight. I've lost about 5 kilograms, and I've gained a lot of power as well, about 70 watts in my legs. So yeah, it shows that, you know, just trying hard, cycling a lot, and you will get some good progress. All right, coming into the final few meters here, I've got an ETA counter which says I'm just about gonna make it, so let's see if I can.
Half a second off 66 minutes. Actually ridiculous. I've got it. All right, positives. Positives are I'm about 25 minutes quicker than I was this time last year. So incredible improvement in 1 year, I think. 6 minutes off 60 minutes, that's the goal. Maybe in 1 more year I'll try this again. Try to beat 60 minutes, that's a goal which many people aim for. Oh, half a second, I am so annoyed. If I didn't have to fiddle around with my camera and my headphones, I think I should have had that. Oh my God. That was a tough session. I should have had more water really. I think I had the right amount of energy gels, but I would have liked some more water towards the last quarter. But yeah, damn, that was good fun. Climbing up hills is horrible but very rewarding, so anyone who's been a bit afraid off the Alp, I would definitely recommend giving it a go because it is worth it. It's a good benchmark against yourself. So yeah, aims for me, going to try to get a bit more consistent with the Zwift racing. I haven't been doing many because of work and stuff like that, so I'm going to try to get back on that. So be sure to follow me on Instagram and I'll post what races I'm doing and you can join me. Class C still. So training for a marathon as well, so in about 2 months I'll be posting a video about that, so that should be pretty good. Anyway, if you liked the video, please be sure to like and subscribe, it really helps me out. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.